All right, what up? What up, people? What's popping? What's popping? What's going on? What's going on? What's the deal? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, Miles Cunningham in the building.
Yo.
What's good? What's good? Man. Make sure you guys hit the like button as soon as you get in this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? So, why am I hearing an echo? Is that from your side?
Hold on. Let me make sure, because sometimes my damn peripherals be acting up.
I was like, I'm hearing an echo in this motherfucker. But shout out to everybody in the chat.
Oh, yeah, it's because of my roadcaster. My bad.
Yeah, I was like,
we good now? We good now? Yeah, we good now, right?
All right. So, in the chat. No, I'm still hearing the fucking test. All right, I think we good now.
Nah, we good, yeah.
Cool. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to April MC in the building. What's up, girl? Appreciate you. Shout out to Unique79. Elictor, what's popping with you? Jason B, what's going on? Shout out to Iceberg S. Add Izzle in the building. What up? Andrew in the building. Goldie in the building. Tim Reed in the building. All right, so as people are coming in, man, you know what we got to do?
Yes, sir. Hurry up, too, because it's the offensive
Everybody has game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just, they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Joe. You'd be 6'8", you know, have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust, they just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo-boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yo, you know what's really cool about that trailer? The look on Rosebud's face after he say, "You think I give a fuck about how you're doing, bitch?"
Right.
He paused for like a good 2 seconds, and that fucking look on his face is so classic. He's like, "You think I give a fuck about how you're doing, bitch?"
Yo, I love it. I fucking love it, man. Shout out
man
in here, man. The caller number is 516-371-224. 516-371-224. If you want to make the kids happy, make sure you donate out this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Donation rules are in effect. You feel?
Yeah.
So, today's topic, man, and we already got calls, but let's get into this topic because let's just start pissing people off. Oh, and also look at the shirts we got, people. The shirts is popping. Women love sex. Make sure you guys get this. People have been loving these shirts. So make sure you guys click the link below, go to the Teespring store, Get the shirts. Women love sex. You feel what I'm saying? We get that shit cracking. Yeah, man. So today we titled this video "Red Pill versus Game," right? And now the reason we did this is because what I've been seeing over the internet, there's been this sort of back and forth between certain content creators. There was this dude named Mike Rashad. He was on the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Rashid,
right? Mike Rashid. He's on the Fresh and Fit podcast, and he was talking about, hey, I want to get a girl, I want to, get a wife, and all this other stuff, and he was basically sort of saying like, hey, I want, that's the type of situation I want to have. And then he was, people were saying, oh, he's being a simp, and oh, he's this and that, and I think it was also, what's the other guy? Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. Made a response video to that, and so people are going back and forth about what's Red Pill, who's a simp, who's this, who's that, yada yada yada. Right now, what we were thinking was interesting about this whole situation, as far as the whole Red Pill type of thing versus the game stuff, right? Is that people have to understand that there's a difference between the two. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference between the two, right? So when you're talking about Red Pill stuff, right? And we don't consider ourselves, myself, Miles, whatever, we don't consider ourselves any pills. First of all, let's just get that.
First of all, nigga.
So y'all just understand, we're not any pills. We're not part of the manosphere, none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? We work with people who are in that space and who claim that. You understand? But we're not that. You understand? So we want you guys to understand that we teach game, we teach life, we teach certain things like that. Now, what you have to understand about the Red Pill is what people say the Red Pill is. People say the Red Pill is the truth. Like, oh, you're it came from the Matrix. If you want to learn the truth, you take the Red Pill, and now you're going to learn the truth about women and shit like that, right? The thing, though, you got to understand is this, is that there's lots of different truths. You understand what I mean? So what that means is that what may be true to you might not necessarily be true to me, and vice versa, right? So what happens is that a lot of guys who gravitate to Red Pill ideology and certain things like that, those are guys that's coming from a certain mindset because they've been in certain situations. So therefore, the information that they're getting, right, it pertains to them and it's true to them. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is, you got to understand, the Red Pill awareness, or the truth about women and that type of awareness, right, is coming from a place of you not knowing certain things, and then you experiencing certain things because you didn't know certain things. So you're experiencing something that you may not have liked. You experience something sort of negative with a woman, or, with your, engagements with women that you might not have liked, or that kind of made you feel a certain way. And then you learn about why that happened because of, how women might be when they're dealing with you or dealing with types of men like you. Now, this is where dudes they come up with the concept of Red Pill rage. That means that you get angry when you start learning about certain things women might do, or certain things women have done, and you were experiencing that. So you get this anger, you get this frustration. So a lot of guys gravitate to this stuff, right? Now, when we talk about game, though, right? Game is strategy. Game is understanding yourself. Game is understanding things on a broader spectrum. So what happens is that game is sort of the application of how to get from point A to point B. The Red Pill knowledge is just sort of awareness or understanding certain dynamics between men and women, right? But what you have to understand is this, again, like I said, the Red Pill stuff will only pertain to a certain type of guy in general. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, for example, like what's like one of the Red Pill things they be saying, like
hypergamy
or whatever, right? So like think about the whole of hypergamy and female nature, stuff like that, right? So let's take hypergamy. That's a big one. Now, myself and Steve, we've done plenty of shows where people are calling and asking us about this and all this other stuff, right? So the thing is that when it comes to this whole concept of hypergamy, which means to marry up, You understand? Or date up or whatever it's supposed to mean. You know, they use it interchangeably, right? What happens is that if you're a guy who has game, right, that doesn't pertain to you because
90 seconds.
What the fuck? Hold on. How is this shit? Oh shit, I did the fucking phone lines wrong. I gotta redo it again. Anyway, so so what I was gonna say is that it doesn't necessarily pertain to you because what happens is that you're in a whole different situation, meaning that you're the type of guy who you don't care about hypergamy because what happens is that when you're dealing with women in general, if you have game, women see you as the highest value dude they're going to ever get anyway, or they get attached to you and want to fuck with you anyway. You understand what I'm saying? And if they leave you, you don't give a fuck because you just keep doing your thing and move on to the next situation. Right. So that's the mindset of the game. So the same, the thing can happen to anybody, but based on what the type of guy you are, you're going to look at it a certain way. If you're the type of guy who looks at it in the sense of red pill and red pill rage, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm scared to deal with women because they're going to fucking, like take my shit or leave me for the other guy and all this other stuff. If you're thinking about it in the sense of game, it's like, listen, I understand my value. I pick and choose the chicks that are going to fuck with me and I continue to deal with them on the basis of what I'm trying to do. You see what I'm saying? But Miles, what's your thoughts on all that as I redo the blog talk real quick?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I wanted to like go back to the go back to the original analogy or metaphor for Red Pill and like the Matrix and the movie and this, that, and the third. Right? How I see Red Pill is kind of like how Neo experienced his awakening, meaning that he went to Morpheus and got offered a choice, right? He got offered a choice and then he took the red pill or whatever. And then, he touched the mirror and then they found, they found him in the thing and then he woke up and so on and so forth. You understand what I'm saying? Like the rest of the movie, that's how it goes. Like he chose the pill and then he woke up and this, that, and the third. Right. And then, so it's kind of like you found your way to the truth.
Now press 1.
You still didn't have the autonomy to really get there yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Because you found the truth based on things that other guys experienced. Because let's be honest, a lot of these guys that are crying red pill rage and that are crying about feminine, nature and all of this type of shit, female nature and hypergamy and all these other tropes that they come up with, like guys that rage and that are in the comment section, they haven't actually experienced anything.
Right. Talk Radio.
You understand what I'm saying? They're only going off for like one or two shallow experiences that they had with females in their life because they never had enough guts to actually go out and holler at a massive amount of chicks to actually experience things themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So they have one or two quick experiences with, the average female at their school or in college. And then they jump on this bandwagon and they're like, yeah, red pill, cause these chicks are terrible and blah, blah, blah. Right. But truth be told, most of them they're actually scared to actually go out and really experience the shit for themselves. You understand? Now, within the realm of the analogy and the metaphor of the movie The Matrix, right? What I tend to think, how I think about game is like, do you remember the Animatrix? You remember seeing the Animatrix?
Right.
You remember the episode in the Animatrix where it was about the track star?
Right.
Where he started, he believed in himself so much that he started running faster than his own, because I think he had got injured and shit.
Right.
And he started running so fast and he actually like re-injured his leg, and they showed you his muscles start to break down and shit, but he kept running because he believed in his own ability so much that as he was running the race and he actually broke through the matrix and he started to notice the fucking agents coming behind him.
Right.
So meaning that he was able to, based on his own consciousness and his own belief in himself, he found out the truth without going through the process of picking a pill and having Morpheus and Trinity come find him and all of this other shit. You understand? I believe that that's what game is. Game is when you break through the matrix and see the truth for your damn self.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Based on your desire to cultivate your own identity, to actually get what you want out of this life, because that's what you think is true. Not because some other guy is saying it, but because that's what you believe for yourself. So meaning you didn't need nobody to fucking, type on your computer and give you the clues for you to come to the club and meet Trinity and then come back over here to talk to Morpheus and choose a pill and go through that whole process. No, I'm like the fucking track star guy who he was running a race and he started running so fucking fast that he broke through.
Right.
He broke through on his own because he was so heavy in the truth and so heavy in his own belief in himself that he was able to see through the matrix and see the real world through his own pain, through his own, because like I said, he was running and he is like his leg. You saw the muscle, his muscle teared and all that type of shit.
Right.
But again, that's the type of shit we talk about. We talk about the fact that you got to work, the fact you have to put in work. You have to experience things in this life.
Right.
You understand? And come up with your own identity, come up with your own experiences, come up with your own wisdom. And so you're able to see through the matrix on your own.
Right.
It's kind of like it's kind of like when even at the end, notice that after they brought him into the real world, right? Neo, I'm going back to Neo now. After they brought him into the real world, right? He was like, when they put him into the matrix, like when they would plug them in, he was still seeing the matrix like how everybody else saw the matrix.
Right.
But his actual breakthrough, his real breakthrough came at the end of the movie. And he was like, fuck all of this shit that even Morpheus told me.
Right.
I'm actually seeing the fucking code myself.
Right. Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, to me, the red pill is like a guided tour to the truth, but it's clouded because you're getting truth from another guy. You're getting truth from some, content creator who has his own hangups and resentments about women and relationships and all that shit. You understand what I'm saying? But game is when you're able to actually break through on your own merit, on your own, like through your own pain, through your own hard work, through your own looking through your own eyes. You understand?
Right.
And I get the fact that we're content creators and we have a certain philosophy that some guys follow. But if you notice what we talk about you, we give you advice, but we talk about you actually figuring this shit out for yourself.
Right.
Because our slogan is the truth is inside you. Our slogan ain't about no pill and about no like movement where all of us are coming together and having some type of bitch session about women and no. All of us are going to have our own experiences. You understand? So it's like, yeah, we're united, but we also know that we're different because just like Rosebud said, it's like it could be 10 of us in the same room and there's one question, but there's 10 different answers and all of them are correct.
Exactly. Right.
Because all of us are different. All of us are different men. But when you know that you're different, but you have your own idea of what the truth is based on your character and based on your identity. That's when you're actually seeing through the matrix. You understand? Because I'm showing you my truth, but I'm not trying to get you to understand my truth. I'm trying to get you to understand your truth. Like we was talking about the other day with Jesus, right? A lot of people worship Jesus, but you're not really supposed to worship Jesus. You're supposed to look at his journey and create your own journey.
Right. Right.
You understand? Because the thing that made Jesus so special is the fact that he decided to go through the pain. What a lot of niggas is doing is that they're associating themselves with other niggas' pain, but it's not really their pain. So what are you really experiencing? What kind of truth are you actually uncovering?
Right.
If you haven't gone through the pain yourself, then what kind of truth are you actually getting to? That's not your actual truth.
Right.
You understand? Because that red pill rage shit comes from them watching videos and niggas talking about, girls do this and girls do that. And then it's like, oh yeah, he's right.
Right.
You know what? I hate bitches, man. Fuck yeah, fuck how they hate it.
Because that girl I was with the other day, she did that same shit. So, oh man, these fucking whores, they've been doing this all my life, and I can't believe it. And they're so angry at chicks. Because listen, I remember I was watching a show with UNK Zagan and them. And shout out to Steve, he's in the chat right now. Shout out to you, Steve. There was a show's UK Zagan, I think 1950, and a dude called up saying that he was angry or upset at like the way women act,
right?
And like get past it and deal with knowing that women act certain ways and all this other stuff. But see, this is the difference between Red Pill and Game. See, Red Pill is about women. Game is not about women. Game is about you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the main difference. You see what I'm saying? That's the main difference.
Exactly.
Is that, when you talk about Red Pill, you're focusing a lot more on women. You understand what I'm saying? Which is why you have the Red Pill rage.
Right.
Which is why you feel this certain type of way. Now, this is the thing. If you focused on yourself, right? And if you're focusing on your game and what you do in order to deal with women, if women is the content, right? Or the context or whatever.
Context, yeah.
Then the thing is that a lot of the issues that you have wouldn't occur because you'd make it all about you. See, let me tell you guys something. I was going to do a whole video on this. I'm gonna probably do a whole another video on this. I was thinking about it. I said to myself, a lot of my unhappiness when it came to dealing with women came from the fact of me doing things for women and doing things for myself and doing it because I wanted to do it and doing it how I wanted to do it and doing it the way I wanted to do it, whether or not the girl stuck around or not. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And so that's the thing where a lot of the times when guys get all caught up in what women are doing, it's because the guys have been living for the women. You understand what I'm saying? They've been doing shit sort of to get the women, to get the sex, to get the girl to like them and all this other stuff. So then if the girl manipulates them and plays them, and then they find out online that, hey guys, girls are going to manipulate you and play you, then that's when they get all upset. But you don't necessarily need to really get upset because if anything, if you're going to get upset at anybody, it has to be yourself because you're the one who put yourself in the position, even though you were ignorant to what you were doing.
Right.
And just because you were ignorant, right? That's why the thing occurred. Now, the thing is this, you should actually be happy that you understand at this moment you were ignorant. So now from that point, that's when you need to start focusing on yourself and working on your game and shit. Now, this is the thing. This is not here to necessarily, we're not saying like Red Pill is bad, and we're not doing that. What we're trying to get you guys is to understand this in a certain context. You have to understand that a lot of the Red Pill type of, rhetoric and stuff that's being said is very woman focused, not focused on the man, not focused on you doing what you need to do to put yourself in a certain situation. Because like I said earlier, the Red Pill is real knowledge, true knowledge to a certain type of guy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the guy who doesn't really have his game tight.
Exactly.
When you don't have your game tight, then the Red Pill is going to make sense to you.
Right.
Going to relate to you.
I want to say something real quick. Like, listen, it's like this too. And I don't want anybody to think that we are like shitting on Red Pill. You understand? Because here's the thing. There are some people in this world, because look, there's a place for Red Pill. There's a place for Red Pill because check it out. To me, if you think about it, it's like this is an evolution. This whole thing. Let's not get it twisted. This entire thing is an evolution of the mindset of men. Do you understand? And what I mean by that is the first thing that started was the PUA shit. And shout out to Steve, because he always talks about the history of this shit, right? Where there was a big thing on the PUA shit, picking up women and tips and tricks and little things that you could do to get women attention and make them like you and blah, 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 right? And then what happened was there was another awakening that brought a lot of guys over, that brought a lot of things to Red Pill.
Right.
You understand? But what I'm saying is the thing about game is that game has always been here and will always be here. You see, but is that the thing is that some guys, like you were saying, Locario, it's gonna appeal to some guys because sometimes not everybody can go from just walking to riding a bike. Sometimes you need training wheels.
Right.
To me, Red Pill is the training wheels to bring niggas to reality about dealing with bitches and understanding who they are as men.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Because, for example, some people need to go to church every Sunday to keep it together.
Mm-hmm. Right.
In my opinion, take your punk ass to church.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that means that this visit to church will keep you sane for another 7 days so you don't wild out and do nothing stupid to fuck up your life or fuck up my life or fuck up your family,
mm-hmm.
then by all means, take your ass to church.
Right, exactly.
Pay the tithes, do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
But there are other people who they don't need church.
Mm-hmm.
They have a certain understanding and a level of confidence within themselves and their own identity to understand what their place is in the world when it concerns God, the creator, other people, consciousness, spirituality. They have their own way of doing things and they're totally comfortable in it to the point where they could read the Bible and learn something, but they don't need to read the Bible. They could even visit your church and chill with you and listen to the word for that day, but they don't need to go there every day.
Right.
They could go to any one of these. They could go to an Islamic spot. They could go to any type of denomination and have a good time. Why? Because they're comfortable in their own truth, but they're willing to hear the commentary from any other argument.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the reason why they're able to hear the story from all sides is because they're so confident in their own reality. You understand what I'm saying? And what I feel like is that's the difference between somebody who subscribes to game and somebody who subscribes to Red Pill. You understand? It's like it's a person that like you're coming to terms with the truth about dealing with chicks and relationships and all that, but you need a little bit of help because you're not exactly ready to totally deal with the truth, the truth about it.
Right.
You understand? Because if you were totally ready to deal with the truth about dealing with chicks, nobody would be talking about choosing signals.
Right. Exactly.
Because if you was totally ready to deal with the fact that you got to put in work, you got to approach, you got to swipe, you got to do whatever the fuck you got to do to put yourself in front of bitches. You got to make sure you on point. You got to make sure your hygiene and you have to put in work inside and outside. And you have to repeat. You have to rinse and repeat constantly until you find exactly what it is you're looking for. That's the bottom line and the truth. And that's what we always tell you guys. But it started out, remember the PUA started out with the mystical shit, with the smoke and the mirrors. Like, oh yeah, all you got to do is keno, and then you got to ask her, you got to do push and pull, and then you got to ask her questions like this, and then you have to, and then it's like, okay, then there's Red Pill. So then you do this and you do that. And always remember that bitches is out to get you. So you got to watch these hoes and you got to do this, you got to do that. And we telling you, we been knew we had to watch bitches. That don't got nothing to do with us because a bitch can't put us in no type of position we don't want to be in.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So worrying about the character of a bitch don't really mean that much because her character can't get too far because I got a lock on this shit. Right. You understand?
Right.
That's the difference between game and Red Pill and PUA and all that other shit.
Because the game is the thing that gets you to understand your value as a man. This is what we try to get you guys to understand. This is why we be telling y'all, listen, charge that chick to the fucking game. You understand what I'm saying? This is why we say, yo, make the shit about you. This is why we say, get her to follow your lead. If she's not following your lead, you kick that chick to the curb. See, the thing is, a lot of this stuff, and see, this is what I'm saying, where you got to look at the differentiation between certain things. Because, for example, like in the Red Pill, they have a slogan that says, she's not yours, she's just your turn. It's just your turn or some shit like that, right? Now, when you think about that, right, it's a thing that's making the guy feel as if, right, he needs to or wants to or has to, or before he knew this knowledge, had to have the woman. You understand? It's coming from that place. It's like, well, you wanted to have her forever, but guess what, bro? She's not yours. It's just your turn, right? Why is it that you can't see it in the sense of you're not hers, it's just her turn? How come you can't see it that way? You understand what I'm saying? And you understand? Like, why is it that you're always subject to the whims of her?
Right.
You see what I mean?
Right.
So again, there's things that happen, and then there's how you look at the things that happen. You see what I'm saying? And so when we coming from a game perspective, right, we're looking at it to where we're not being reactive to the woman or anything else in our lives. We're like, look, this is who we are. This is what we're about. And we do what we do regardless. You understand? And we're not going based just off the whims of this and that and this other shit. You see what I'm saying? Because even Mr. DC, he said, okay, not purpose, but a guy has to basically just become a 6-figure guy before even approaching a woman. If you're a 9-to-5 guy chasing women, you're basically wasting your time. But first of all, ain't nobody talking about chasing women. And two, the thing is, again, when you're thinking about that stuff, you're thinking about the woman. Why do you have to become a 6-figure guy before you approach a woman? So you're meaning to tell me that your time, energy, and attention to detail to get you to the point where you're making 6 figures is equal to a random woman just walking down the street? You're trying to tell me you got to work that hard to make to make this money to get to this point, and she's equal just by existing? Because another red pill thing is they'll say that women are inherently valuable. They say women have inherent value and men have to work to get their value. It's fucking crazy. You see what I'm saying? Understand how these things make you view yourself. You have to work to get your value, but she's inherently valuable. She just exists. She just looks good. She's cute. She's she's just this hot chick and she has value. Why? You understand what I'm saying? Why? How the fuck does she have value just because she's cute? But you don't have value until you actually get your money up and you got to do this and you got to do that. And again, this is the thing that guys start to believe, because remember, most guys, because their game is weak, they haven't really had women who were actually attracted to them for who they were and who they are. You understand what I'm saying? So now, once you got a little bit of money, and then let's say a girl is paying you attention because you have resources, you understand? Now you think you somebody. Now you think you're valuable because you have money. You understand? So now your sense of value is coming from your money, which is bullshit. You see what I'm saying? And so now you're thinking that your money, or you're thinking that the woman's beauty is of equal value to the hard work it took you to get that money.
Right.
And what does it say about you when you don't have money? That means you're already less valuable than her. Why? Because she has inherent value. You see what I'm saying? You see how all this shit, when you look at it and break it down, how it reflects on how you see yourself as a man?
Right.
You see what I mean?
That's the difference right there.
Right.
That's the difference right there. You understand? That's why that's dangerous, bro.
Exactly.
Because I did a video yesterday. Shout out to everybody that supported it and viewed it or whatever.
Shout out to my dude King Dre in the building. What's going on, fam? What's popping?
I was talking about how these dudes, after they break up with a chick or the relationship fizzles out, like these dudes go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
These dudes literally lose their fucking minds, bro.
Right.
They start stalking these chicks.
Mm-hmm.
And these are those same red pill dudes.
Right.
Because they actually they don't believe in their own value. Because these niggas, a lot of these dudes, they want to get a girlfriend because they feel like that's going to make their life better.
Right. Exactly.
That's why these niggas want girls, bro. And it's like, bro, that's why you want a bitch?
Right. Right.
I'm like, we got to do better, man. We really got to do better.
Mm-hmm.
Because if a chick is coming into your life to make it better, then that means there was something wrong with your life before the chick showed up.
Right.
And that's the work that you got to put in to fix.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the type of shit that game is talking about. The shit that you got to fix before you get the bitch.
Right.
But do niggas want to pay attention to that?
Mm-hmm. Because see, this is the thing, like certain things, like, again, what's another one? Monkey branching, right? See, my question is this: why do you give a fuck if a chick is monkey branching, and monkey branching is basically they're saying that the chick's going to hold on to you till she finds a replacement and then drop you once she finds a replacement, right? Now, my thing is, why are you holding on to her? Why do you care so much? Again, see, let me get y'all to some deeper levels of this game, guys. Understand this, right? All relationships are temporary. Every last one of them. Either you're going to break up, and if y'all don't break up and y'all stay together, you're going to die. So it's going to end. You understand what I'm saying? So you trying to hold on to the situation within itself, right, is you not recognizing that it's supposed to be temporary anyway. Within its essence, change is going to occur. You understand what I'm saying? Nature tells you this all the time. You understand? Look at this. Me and Miles got fucking gray coming into our shit right now. We can't help that. That's just what the fuck it is.
Right.
We changed. When we was 20, we looked a certain way. We 40, we look a certain way now. You understand? The fucking, shit changes. Like things move around. You understand? Like shit goes in cycles, shit changes, shit goes all over the place, right? So you can't stop the change. See, shit is going to change, right? So a lot of times the dude's talking about monkey branching and worried about, the hypergamy and all these other things. Again, you're making the situation about the women and you're trying to cuff the situation with you and the woman in order to feel good about the situation. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to feel good about the situation by holding on tight to it because you're holding on to it for that validation. Like you said, Miles, a lot of these motherfuckers, they want girlfriends because they really think that's going to make their life better. And then what happens is that they get into all these other things. I don't even want to get into the whole damn body counts and the pair bonding and the hitting the wall and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all this other shit that should be of none of your concern. It's like this. Think about yourself like a company, right? You're a huge company, successful company. You hire people to work at your company. You're going to constantly get people coming into your company, working for your company, and then leaving your company. You understand what I'm saying? But guess what? Your company's still going to stand strong if you focus on your company. That's what you focus on. Don't focus on, this person's going to leave and this person came through and they're monkey branching to another company. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
The main priority is the company. See, the problem is this. And I saw somebody wrote a comment on one of these on a video earlier, and I thought this was very important. He said, he said that the way to have success with women is to never make women your number one priority. Your number one priority should be you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Period.
And I think that's the main difference between game and the rest of the shit.
Right.
Game, it forces you to focus on yourself. All the other shit, whatever you want to call it, it focuses on women.
Right.
You understand? Because it's kind of like a paradox on life. It's a paradox with life. It's like a lot of it, and it's sometimes it's hard to understand. And like I said, that's why shit like Redpill is necessary, because it's like training wheels for niggas, bro. Like niggas need it, bro. Like I understand, it's fine. Like go to church, get your red pill, it's all good. But what I'm saying is it's like this. What a lot of people don't understand is that anything that you want in life, you have to be prepared to have it. Right. Therefore, all the work to get the thing involves working on yourself.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly.
Niggas talk about I'm a six-figure man. You think you're a six-figure man because you have six figures? No, you're a six-figure man because you know how to make six figures.
Exactly.
It's not because of the six figures in your bank account, my nigga. It's because you know how to make six figures. It's the knowledge that allows you to have the material thing. But if you didn't have that knowledge, you would never get to the material thing.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that, it's kind of like a fucked up paradox where it's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? It's like, am I a six-figure man because I have six figures? Or was I a six-figure man before I got the six figures, but I was just on my way to getting the six figures? Which one is it?
Right.
And the thing with game is it forces you to focus on yourself. But a lot of times And this is why I'm getting all these stories about crazy dudes and abusive niggas and all of this crazy shit. A lot of times it hurts more to focus on yourself.
Exactly.
It's easy to fucking sit here and talk for days about how bitches are hitting the wall. It's easy. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. It's easy to watch Kevin Samuels videos and sit there and watch how delusional the modern woman is.
Right.
And watch Kevin Samuels break them down and make them realize that they are delusional and that they are asking for things that are outside of their price range. And that's cool, right? But all that shit is training wheels, because instead of sitting there watching a video about a delusional bitch, why you ain't in the gym, nigga?
Exactly right.
Why you ain't studying for you to get that next certification? Why you ain't out in these streets hollering at bitches? Why, whatever it is that you need to do to improve on yourself, you should be doing that.
Right, exactly.
Instead of focusing on the flaws of everything else around you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it's all about. That's why a lot of these channels blow up, because it's so much easier for us to focus on the flaws of other people. That's why reality shows blew up so heavily. Because we get to see the flaws in other people. And what are we doing when we're paying attention to the flaws in other people? We're not paying attention to the flaws in ourselves.
Exactly.
Because to pay attention to the flaws in ourselves, that's where the pain comes in.
Exactly. That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get to the calls in a second. But this is the thing. That's some real shit you said, because understand this. Most people don't want to get help. Understand this. Like, listen, you know, my mentor Anthony DeMello said, he said something to the effect of, if somebody says they want help or they want to get better, don't believe them. Don't believe them. He said he's like, they want to be basically in their bullshit. You understand? The thing is because people are comfortable with the bullshit, because the bullshit's familiar. You understand what I'm saying? What's not familiar is who you will be or who you will become if you work on yourself. That's something you don't know. That's something that you're still not too sure of. And that's scary because, I don't know. It's the unknown. You see what I'm saying? But like you said, when you focus on yourself, it's painful, because that's when you start to wake up. That's when you start to say, okay, and this is the thing. And I talked about this yesterday. I was on this interview, and she was asking me, this lady was asking me about red flags and stuff. And I said, one of the biggest red flags is if you're on a date with a chick, and let's say you start talking about you ask her about her ex, and all she can do is talk shit about her ex. Like, oh, he was this, he was that, he sucked, he blah, 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 right? If she doesn't say anything that indicates what she did in the relationship that fucked it up, that's a red flag. Because why? Because she's not taking responsibility for her part in the situation. So now I flip it on men. You have all these channels, the MGTOWs, the Red Pills. Oh, women this, women this, women this, women this. Okay, guys, so what about you? What have you done in this situation to fuck it up, right? What have you done as men to get yourself in the situation? And then when you hear dudes like us say this, you're like, oh, you guys are hating, and you guys sound like feminists, and you're not talking about the women. And you see what I'm saying? You don't want to focus on you.
Right.
You don't want to focus on yourself as a man. And so that's what happens. And see, this is the funny part. When you start focusing on yourself, all the shit, or 99.99, and I would dare say 100% of the shit that you complain about when it comes to women won't exist for you. So you won't have to, you're not going to be able to relate to certain things because it's not going to affect you. Or you be like, I used to relate to that shit, but not anymore.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, it's crazy. So this is what I'm saying, where the thing is that you guys have to understand and focus on yourself. You understand what I'm saying?
I want to talk about something real quick, and I'm gonna clip it too. But I did an Instagram live yesterday, and go follow me on Miles in the Game on Instagram. But I did an Instagram live the other day where I had this guy that I spoke to weeks before, damn near a month before, right. And he was like, "Yo, I've been having issues because when I bring chicks to my crib, and they act funny." It's like, I just want to, I end up kicking them out, but I never actually make any progress, and they never want to come back, and blah, blah, blah. And I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of pussy.
Right.
You understand? So I said to him, I told him, bro, you need to be a little bit more cordial. Understand? You need to like have a little bit more control over your own character.
Right.
And even if the chick is not, if she's not behaving the way you want, or if she's not down to do what you want, let her know that, hey, you have the right to do whatever you want to do, but I'm gonna ask that you leave now, and maybe if you change your mind, we could try this again some other time, and so on and so forth. But the bottom line is control your own character, be cordial, be cool. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful, but just let her know what you're trying to do.
Right.
So he calls me. So I did the live yesterday, and he called me up, and he was like, "Yo, Miles, I want to thank you for your advice, because ever since I decided to be cordial with these chicks, the panties just been coming off, and I've been getting crazy pussy." And I'm like, you see what I'm saying? Here's the thing. What was happening is the girls was coming to his crib and not behaving the way he wanted them to behave. And he was focusing on them.
Right.
And getting upset.
Exactly.
So he wasn't getting what he wanted.
Exactly.
But once he paused, stepped back for a second, and decided to control his own character.
Right.
He started to get what he wanted.
Facts. And you know why? See, part of the reason why that happened was because when he started to focus on himself, that's when he started to become a leader in the women's eyes, because they said, okay, he's showing me what he's about and what he wants, and I'm going to follow this motherfucker because I'm seeing a man. I'm seeing a man who's naturally, because notice, a lot of this stuff that guys get really butthurt about or complain about or get upset about is because, and you could find this in a lot of shit, it's a lack of leadership in the situation, and it's a lack of understanding the game. Because half the stuff you're complaining about, if you understood the game, you wouldn't complain about it. Listen, you got dudes talking about monkey branching and hypergamy. Nigga, pimps who are at the highest level of the game understand that you're going to lose bitches. You understand what I'm saying? So what the fuck are we talking about hypergamy and monkey branching when that's part of the game? That's part of your the chick's gonna go. You understand what I mean? And then you replace her with somebody else. It's part of the game.
That's right? It.
So what do we? So we get that shit out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then on top of that, when you're a guy who understands his value, understands who he is and what he's about and what he wants, and you relay that to the chick that you're dealing with, right? Or the women that you're dealing with, they got one or two choices. They can either get with it or not get with it. And they know if they get with it, then they're going to actually benefit because they're going to have a man that they can fuck with. If they don't get with it, they're going to not have that guy and they're going to lose out. And see, a lot of times the reason why they get with it is because they understand the benefit. And sometimes the reason why they don't get with it is because they feel that they are not ready to get with it. See, y'all always forget that women also get intimidated. Women also feel like certain guys are out of their league. Women sometimes feel like they can't handle certain situations, which is why they back away. Right. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's a good thing, because I'd rather the chick back away and not fuck with me, understanding that she's not ready to deal with whatever the fuck she's doing. This is why you tell the chick, yo, listen, baby, it's all good. You got my number. When you ready, holler at me. Right. And this is why sometimes you get girls who will come back out the blue to want to fuck with you because now they're ready. You understand what I'm saying? They're ready. You see what I mean? That's what it is, man. But let's try to get to some of these calls real quick. Let's go to 713, then 412, and then 111. 713, what's popping? Who it is?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Miles and Mr. Locario. This is the monogamous player. How y'all doing?
What up, my brother? Did you donate?
Yes, sir. I donated on Cash App.
That's what's up. What's going on?
Okay, so yeah, man, hey, all I want to say is great topic. Two quick things that I want to say. I want to talk about now. About 3 years ago, when I started to try to, find game on YouTube from different content creators, there was one content creator. I understand I can't say no names, but there was one content creator that I was following his content, but he was Redpill. And one thing about Redpill is that it's the truth, but the truth is emotional when you're a Redpill. So whenever you're emotional and you're telling the truth, you're telling the truth, but it's not the whole truth because it's only one dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're emotional, you're not being logical. It's only a one dimensional source.
Mm-hmm.
So if something makes you mad, then you only speaking from the truth of you being in that mad state. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But then when I saw your content, Mr. Locario and Miles, the reason why I like y'all content, because the difference between Red Pill games, not even games, the difference between Red Pill and real game is that Red Pill is all about me or us pointing the finger at women. When I found you, Mr. Locario and Miles, the reason why I was so attracted to the game that y'all was spitting, because y'all made me realize that I had to start pointing the finger at myself. So a lot of situations that I went over, I've experienced with women in the past where I had like a skewed perspective about it. I started to reanalyze those things and started to see the things that I could have done better in those situations, or the things that I could have done better to allow me to have a better experience with the woman, or to at least not experience whatever I had to experience. So that's the one thing about Red Pill. Red Pill is about you pointing the finger at the woman, and game is about you pointing the finger at yourself, because regardless, Mr. Locario, regardless what the woman does, y'all always preach, it starts and ends with the man. If you
Shout out to you.
Point,
Facts.
it's the story of whatever it is, then there's no way a woman can do anything to you, because it starts and ends with the man. Now, another thing I want to say, Mr. Locario, is I was watching your response video to the response of the Fresh and Fit podcast, and that guy, he was talking about a girl can only be a girlfriend or a wife if her body count is low and all this and da da da. And if I want her to be my girlfriend or right, then I need to wait. First of all, Mr. Locario, let me just say this to all the men out there and all the people that's listening. Whenever you follow these stereotypes, you end up losing a lot of experiences out of life. You don't even get to experience the fulfillment of life whenever you follow these stereotypes.
Right.
Now, I had to write this down. It was at work while I was listening to this. I had to write this down. Men thinking that a woman having a high body count can't be a potential wife or girlfriend is equivalent to a woman thinking that a man who smashed fast will always leave. Now, if a woman thinks about, if a woman believes in that stereotype, and if a man believes in that stereotype, then you're never going to really find the person for you. Now, let me use my situation as an example. Now, that guy that you was basically responding to, I disagree with him respectfully, because I'm with my girlfriend right now, right? I smashed my girlfriend fast. Now, I didn't smash her on the first date, but the second time we met up, I smashed her fast. Now, what if I was a guy going into the situation and I smashed my girl fast and I say, oh, I smashed her so fast, she a hoe, I can't fuck with her. Right? Now, my wife, my girlfriend, she's not a supplement in my life. She's a complement to my life. But if I would have had that outlook, then she would not be in my life complimenting my life.
Exactly.
Let's go to my girlfriend's side. My girlfriend actually admitted to me, she was like, oh, before I met you, because of all the experiences I had with guys, me and my friends, we thought that it was best for us to withhold sex from guys just to see if they was going to stay. But I was feeling you so much, I couldn't resist.
Right.
Did that, just like what you said, Mr. Locario, an attractive guy is not going to stay around if you're withholding sex. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So because me and my girlfriend, we kept it real with each other at the beginning, and we did not subscribe to all these stereotypes, then we were able to come together to really see the true value in each other, and we became the boyfriend and girlfriend, the couple that we are. But if I would have followed that stereotype of thinking that, oh, a girl, like, I'm gonna be honest, my girlfriend was honest with me. My girlfriend body count is in the double digits. Guess what though? My girlfriend, she adds value to my life. My girlfriend is actually starting my tutoring company for me. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
My girl having a body count. You see what I'm saying? If I'm still thinking about my girl's body count, then I wouldn't have the help that I need for her to help me with my tutoring company. She's the one that's launching it. And honestly, that was just an idea that I told her about a year ago. Now, since I'm fully certified as a teacher, she's the one that brought it up. Oh, it's time for us to start a tutoring company. I've already created the website. I'm saving the money. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I love it. I love it.
The woman that I have.
I love it. I love hearing that shit. I love it, man. I gotta give you a hand clap for that shit. Because listen, did y'all just hear that? My man said his girlfriend got the website popping. She's ready and passionate and willing to make it happen. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm saying. Like, y'all got to understand this game, man. This game can improve your life, but you got to get through the blocks of all the negativity, all the bitterness, all the anger, all that other shit. Because again, nobody's saying women are perfect, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Women are not perfect at all, and we're not perfect either. But the thing is that you got to understand certain things to get a certain result, and that's what's happening. That game is understanding what it is out of all of this bullshit and not focusing on the nonsense, and understand that you are the centerpiece of either your success or your failure. It's you. You're the center of the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I mean?
Locario, you know, I dated many women. I've been around women. I got a lot of lady friends, right? I know a lot of good women that are vettable that have high body count. But if a guy was to vet them, they would be the best girlfriend or the best wife for that particular guy for that particular duration of time. Right. So I just get mad when people try to put and I'm gonna be honest, you've taught me this, Mr. Locario, because I understand like sometimes sex can be a big deal, but I be feeling like people put too much emphasis on sex. Like, and as I say, Mr. Locario, my girlfriend even told me, she said, remember I told you she gave me sex fast, right? She told me that guys around the time that she was talking to me, she wasn't giving them sex fast. You know what
that's what I'm saying. Chicks are doing different.
Really giving me so fast. Right. She's a good girl, but she's over here fucking on me because she's into me. You see what I'm saying? Right. So what I'm just trying to say is, guys, get out of these stereotypes, man, of I gotta wait and and all this and all that, because at the end of and another thing that I don't like, Mr. Locario, and I'm almost done because I know I'm rambling. I hate when guys say this. Well, you can't have all that because you don't have the status. You're not Drake. You're not Future. Bro, Drake and Future ain't me.
Right. You see what? Hold on. That's what I'm fucking talking about. This nigga said Drake and Future ain't me. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, man. I love it.
And guess what, Mr. Locario? It's not about my status. I'm a teacher making $60,000 a year. I'm not a millionaire. I don't have cars, but it's all about the value within me. And that's why my girlfriend told me, she said, I'm not with you because of the outside things that you have, even though that's a compliment to our situation. I'm with you because of the morals and principles that you have in yourself. Because whether you had $1 million or whether you have $1, you're still going to be the same exact guy.
That's crazy. They in the chat, they calling you the monogamous pastor right now. That's your new name.
Hey, thank you, man. Hey, Mr. Locario, Miles, hey, I just want to just thank y'all. Like, y'all are really out here doing God. I know I'm kind of getting deep, but because y'all are giving out honest game, y'all really out here doing God's work. Miles, I was listening to your video about having somebody in your life that's a compliment versus you needing them as a supplement. That was therapeutic because that taught so much, man. It's just so much I can just talk about, but thank y'all for the opportunity. I don't want to stay on that long, but I just wanted to say that, guys, stop living within these stereotypes. Actually go out here and experience game.
That's
experience
it. That's what's up.
Like, you're going to get your heart broken experience that. Because guess what? Women out here experiencing getting their heart broke too. So it's all the experience, man. See the good and the bad. Thank y'all.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate the call. Bro. That's my dude right there. He's going in. These dudes making them name so like Locario DeMello, hilarious. Let's go to 412. 412 was popping. Who this?
Hey, what's going on, Locario? Miles, it's
AT. AT, what's good, bro?
AT, what's up, bro?
All right, chilling. You know, I definitely donated.
That's what's up. So what's going on? What's going on?
Just, you know, hearing the topic of the show, I definitely wanted to call in because it made me think about how I was, you know, in my younger days, like dealing with girls. And I remember one particular one that shaped me was like going out with a girl, you know, thinking she's all nice and sweet and stuff like that, taking her on dates, even took her to a musical, which I hate, but I thought that's what I had to do, you know, to be that nice guy to get with her. Come to find out she was hooking up with my neighbor's roommate at night when I was dropping her off.
Wow.
And of course it pissed me off. And I'm thinking, you know, what's wrong with her, this and that in my younger days. But now once I started to understand, I was like, no, it wasn't her that was wrong. I messed up.
Right.
You know, because I didn't do what I should have done, either, you know, tried to hook up with her, or if it wasn't working, cut her off. So, you know, I understand it looking at it one way, but then it's like when you understand, you realize, no, that wasn't her fault. That was my fault. I was the one that made the mistake.
Now that's facts. And see, that's the thing where, you know, like you said, you recognize, and this is the thing, this is where guys get upset and they get mad. They get upset and they get mad because they find out what women are doing. But women have always been doing what they're doing. It's just that the guy, he found out too late. He found out later. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the thing is that he has to, if it's anyone that he's going to be, he don't even need to be upset at himself. But if anybody is going to be, if he's going to be upset at anybody, it would have to be himself, because it's not that the girl switched up and did something different than she said she was, or she was doing what she's always been doing. You understand what I'm saying? And so the thing is, it's up to us to understand and to figure it out. And that's the thing. That's what Redpill is trying to, I think, teach guys. But the problem is that a lot of it is, again, there's too much focus on the woman and not enough focus on the man and what he did in the situation. And that, and like you said, that's the thing that you had to sort of like figure out and see. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And then the other thing I wanted to say is I was lately, like my female cousin, even my ex, and even my mom to a degree, they've kind of been like, we've seen you changed over the years. You seem to be, nicer and sweeter. Now you seem to be, as they said, a cold or a bit of an asshole. And I'm like, it's not about being an asshole. I was like, I'm just not tolerating bullshit that I used to tolerate before. And it's funny because, like, hanging out with my cousin yesterday, she was talking about, like, you seem different. I was just like, but yet she always talks about this guy from years ago that she dealt with, that he was a no-nonsense guy, put her in her place when he needed to, and she still brings him up. And I said, the only difference is you don't know where he came from. You know me. And no, I was, weaker, more passive then. Now I just don't tolerate bullshit. I said, but yet you still talk about him years later, and you said you loved it when he put you in your place. You loved it when he was no nonsense, when he would take charge. I said, the difference is, you know me, you didn't know where he came from.
Right.
And it's just funny they all seem to say that because they knew the old Apollo, and this version, it's like, oh, you seem like an ass. It's like, no, I'm just less tolerant of nonsense.
Right. Yo, I'm telling you, listen, see, the thing is, when you come into use, the more you love yourself as a man, the more people they're going to think you're an asshole. It's inevitable, because what happens is that you start doing things that are beneficial for you. And sometimes those things that are beneficial for you conflict with the agenda of the people had for you. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So they might be like, oh, well, I wanted AT to do A, B, and C. And AT's like, I'm not really for A. I like to do D, E, and F. That's what I like to fucking do. You understand what I'm saying? And now they're gonna be like, you're an asshole. You should be doing A, B, and C, because that's, I want you to do A. And that's, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, and especially understand that when you're dealing with women, right? It was funny. I was actually, talking to somebody about this other day, where I was saying that, because earlier I was talking about how I was unhappy back in the days, and even like up until like to this day, doing certain things, because I felt like I was doing things for the comfort of certain women or just certain people. And what I realized is that the more that I just started doing things for me, and more people saying that I'm an asshole, or, oh, you're being this and that, I became more happy, because I was being more myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though being myself is considered an asshole to certain people, because that's their perspective and their perception, because you're finally just doing you and being you. Because remember, you're in a society that's constantly telling men, hey, you got to be this way and that way. And this is why there's a lot of the red pill rage and the red pill stuff, because there's a lot of men that's been doing things for women, men who haven't been being themselves. And then they get caught up in the bullshit and the nonsense. And now we're saying, listen, focus on you. You understand what I'm saying? Be you to the fullest, and then have women follow your lead, because understand that's really when they're going to actually get the real you and actually see the real you anyway. And that's when they're going to actually be able to experience a real motherfucking man. You understand what I'm saying? And then once you're constantly doing your thing, it's almost impossible to start blaming everybody else, because you're so caught up in you. You know that it's your fault. You know that it's you that created these situations, because you're fully embracing yourself. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing, is like, it's that full embracing of it. And the thing is, you have to, be cognizant and strong enough to understand that people are going to give you pushback on that. Because remember, you being yourself is always going to conflict with the agenda others have for you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's always going to happen.
Right, absolutely. And last thing I wanted to say, it's funny that they said that, but yet the kind of the last handful of girls that I went on dates with and even hooked up with, when they said, like, you know, when we were setting up the date and stuff like that, the fact that I only wanted casual, you know, set up the time, place, and date, when they tried to change, I would say no. And they were like, you know, when I met you, I thought, you know, going into this date, you were kind of an asshole. And I was like, yes, you thought that, but you still showed up.
Exactly. Facts. 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 That's facts. Yo, that's such fact. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And see, again, this is what we're saying earlier. When you have game, a lot of this bullshit you're not going to have to deal with, because either they're going to get with the program or they're going to get gone. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Right.
Man.
But yeah, that's what I wanted to call. And like, you know, definitely, like you said, the red pill versus game, but it, you know, it's much more than this, that it goes deeper in how it, like you said, it helps you grow just as a person overall, not just for women, but in life in general, and being better I feel like as a man overall. And therefore, you know, put you in a better space so you don't have that red pill rage or, you know, whatever people want to call it. It's just like, okay, things happen. Some you can control, some you can't. And the things you can't control, you don't worry about.
Facts. That's real shit, man. That's real shit, man. But yo, bro, we appreciate the call, my brother. All right, man. I'm hollering at you,
y'all
man.
have a good one, man.
All right, man.
Take it easy, man. Yo, shout out to Mr. 1950 in the chat, though.
1950 in the chat. What's popping?
Silverback lifestyle, you feel me?
See, this that free game Friday, people. Okay, we got 111. Hold on, 111. This I'm gonna hit the button before I even bring you in.
Get the fuck out of here!
I'm already hitting the button just in case you're a troll. So let's go. Let's go to 111. What's popping? Who this?
Yo, Locario, you bugging, man. What's good, baby?
What up, bro?
What's going on? Is this G from Queens?
What's going? Oh, yo, man, what's good, baby?
What's good, bro? What's good, B?
You know who G from Queens remind me of? He remind me of Bruh Man from the fifth floor. He's like,
what's good? Yeah. Everybody tell me that. Yeah. You know what I mean? But Locario is my dude. Miles is my dude. And everything like that. But yo, check it out. I need some information out here, man.
Hold on, G. Did you donate?
I met her. Yes, sir.
This nigga ain't donating. Go ahead, real quick.
I donated like maybe about 2 days ago. But I donated like $2.99. Because I figured, so since it was 2 days ago, and it was $2.99, then that means 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, right? But yo, check it out. I met a broad, finally stepped to the broad, right? Then I realized what was going down. And thanks to the bad boy membership and this goofy ass nigga that was on, like earlier, I just realized that I was getting played. The goofy ass nigga, not the last nigga that was on, but the other nigga, the other white boy. So I was like, damn, I just really realized that I was being a goofball. Because she didn't want me either. Because I was in the same type of situation. Because I probably would have been a stepdaddy ass nigga.
Hold on. G from Queens, I got one question to ask you, my brother. Are you wearing Timberlands right now?
Yes.
I knew it.
And I'm wearing cargo shorts.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Wearing cargo shorts.
All right, G from Queens, gotta let you go, brother. All right, man. That's G from Queens. Let's give him a round of applause. All right, let's go to.
He sound like you from Harlem, though.
Yeah, I know, right? For real. He sound like he from Dipset and shit. Oh, man. Let's go to 443. 443, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, what's popping, man? This is Moff calling from Maryland.
What up, my brother? What's going on? Did you donate?
Ain't much. Yeah, I donated, bro.
That's what's up. What's going on?
A little input on the, the whole red pill versus the real game, man. Basically, I came across your channel like 3 years ago, man. Never really became a member of the Bad Boy membership, but took enough knowledge from the YouTube videos over the time, and that was enough to get my game up because I'm very intuitive. I just took little bits and pieces, and that shit got me where I needed to go. So, but yeah, man. Shout out to Miles too, man. What's going on? But
what up, bro?
Hey, man, like, do you know a lot of guys out here? They be on that red pill shit, man, and they don't really know what true game is, and they be having shit misconstrued. As far as like thinking females ain't supposed to smash you fast, and if they smash you fast, they have thoughts. Like, I got a girl right now. I got my girlfriend that I've been with for like a year and a half, nigga. Do you know I smashed her on the first date, bro?
Right, exactly. That's what happens sometimes.
Like, straight up, bro. And to be honest, because my girl, we have real like organic and honest conversations, man. She told me that she was gonna smash me and just get me out of there. Like, she told me, like, she was telling me, like, man, you weren't even supposed to like keep coming. It was just something about you because he was just so consistent. I don't know what happened. Like, I just fell for you because he just kept coming up here every Sunday and Monday. He kept doing it, and I fell for you, nigga. He told me she was going to smash me, bro, and keep it moving because she thought I was a hoe.
She was about to dump you. She was about to be like,
she was ready to pump it. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And then like I got a homeboy right now, right? I'm 24. I hang with guys that's older. So I got a homeboy that's like 29 and shit. You be going out having fun, going, just doing shit, hollering at bitches and all that. And yeah, he's a good, you need a guy like a good wingman. You know what I mean? He's a good wingman. You feel me? Likewise. But make a long story short, man, this guy having problems with his girl. I remember he told me he was with a girl for like 3 years, and the girl never gave him head, bro.
3 years.
Like,
that's crazy.
That was just something that she didn't do. You feel me? So he winded up like, in the time that I did meet him, he winded up breaking up with her. You feel me? But then he just got back with her. And the thing is, he always called my phone. Like, he always called me, and he'd be like, bro, like, man, like, my girl wants some bullshit, bro. How the fuck I gotta keep begging for pussy? She talking about she don't want to do it tonight. She ain't feeling good. Like, man, I'm ready to go ahead and really just get me a little freak, man. I'm like, yeah, man, I feel you, but I really don't feel them though, cause I don't experience that with my girl,
Right, exactly.
I'm like, babe, I don't feel like doing it tonight, I'm telling my girl I don't feel like doing it tonight, man. Cause it's 7 days out of a week. She want to fuck 8 days out of a week. You know what I mean? This is crazy, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's like, what he's talking about. Is different. Dudes got different experiences with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And your boy, he fucked up by letting a chick be his girl who didn't have that same sex drive as him, or just wasn't really attracted to him like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's real out here, man. I just want to tell fellas, man, like, if you out here, you gotta have real game, man. Like, listen to these dudes, Locario. I listen to a lot of guys on YouTube, bro. Like, I done been across the whole manosphere. I done been across everything, bro, from countless of dating coaches, bro. And out of everyone, I say this is your game is more than game, bro. It's deeper than game. It's like you really get into the nitty gritty mindset. Like, you get into the mind and how it's calculated and what makes somebody do what they do. You feel me? Right. It's deeper than this regular game, bro. Everything else is surface level, man. But shout out to you, bro.
Keep it up, man. Appreciate you.
Shout out to you. I'm gonna go ahead and check you out too, bro. Y'all keep
it up, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right, man. We're gonna holla. Peace. All right. So, guys, the calling number is 516-387-1224. 516-387-1224. I'm about to bring in Moses. Moses, what's going on, bro?
Hey, Locario, Miles, what's going on, man? I donated. How y'all doing, man?
What's up, man? What's going on with you, Miles? I mean,
he's a Miles. What's going on?
I'm doing good, man. I'm glad that y'all talked about this, man, because when I got up this morning, and I was listening to this, I was like, I started realizing. Also, when I was in the Bad Boys membership, I started realizing, wait a second, all this time while I was fucking up with women is because of me. You understand? And that made me realize, I was waiting, like the video, like Mr. Locario, the video that you actually posted. I think it took place like around 2:00 in the morning, something like that. I think the guy was called Fit and Fresh, something like that. Right?
Talking about the Fresh and Fit
when he
joint.
was talking about women. Yes. Sorry, I said it wrong. Excuse me. Fresh and Fit. When they was talking about women who make guys wait for sex. Let me tell you, I was that guy. You understand? I'm gonna be real about it. I was that guy. Like the women kept telling me, "Oh, nah, we gotta wait." You understand? I promise I'll do it for you. I'll do it, but not now, not today. I'll think about it. You understand? Blah blah blah. And my stupid ass would actually be like, "Okay, cool. You know, and okay, cool. When can we hang out again?" And go hang out with her, and then waste my time. You understand? So because I was listening to y'all, and I want to thank y'all for actually opening my fucking eyes to realize women, just because of women doing that to me, that does not mean that she's not fucking another nigga. She's just not telling me that because she's not sexually attracted to me.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, I would like to thank y'all. Yeah. So I would like to thank y'all on that. And then also, you understand, I keep getting better. Yes, I'm not getting the women I want, but hey, when I started dumping chicks who was bullshitting, and I started moving on, keep talking to women. I'm not getting the women I want, but guess what? I was feeling better about myself.
Right.
You understand? So thanks for taking my call, man, and keep doing your thing. And I'm gonna keep studying the game. I'm not giving up, man.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate it, brother. We love hearing that, bro. I'll holler at you. All right, so let's. This better not be G from Queens again. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, nah. Listen. Listen.
Get the fuck out of here!
I had to do it to you, G. Stop. I had to do it to you. Oh, man. So, all right, people. So, so the calling number is 516-387-1224, 516-387-1224. If you guys want to call in and get it cracking. But yeah, man, and we're going to be here for another maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. So you guys have some time, but don't be calling in at the last minute because we cut this off at 6 o'clock. You feel me?
Facts player 007. Respect to Moses, man. My man Moses is on the grind, man. My man Moses is, you know what I'm saying? He's on the journey, man. Fuck out of here.
Right.
I can't wait for the day that he called me like, yo, I'm getting mad pussy out here.
Exactly. Facts. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's it's crazy out here, bro. Because I think the thing is this, man. I feel like when it comes to this whole like red pill stuff, game stuff, or whatever it is like that, at the end of the day, guys have to really, really, really figure out what's going to work for them,
right?
And focus on that. Period. That's it. You understand? And to me, the easiest thing, the simplest way I could put it to you is this: is that figure out what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't change that unless you want to change it, and then find women who fit into that program, and then that's it. You won't have any other fucking issues with. Because look, guys have to get used to kicking girls to the curb. Like a lot of guys, because they have the scarcity mindset and they have a hard time getting women, they put up with a bunch of shit women do. Like we said, women are going to do certain things and say certain things and act certain ways. It's up to you whether or not you're going to continue to deal with them. It's up to you whether or not you're going to give them attention for that. It's up to you whether or not you're going to make this girl your girlfriend or wife or whatever it is. It's up to you whether or not you're going to be interacting with these chicks to be the recipient of that negative energy. It's up to you. So the problem isn't the quote unquote shit they're doing to female nature. The problem is you accepting the nonsense. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Accepting the bullshit. You see what I mean? And the thing is, you have to understand something. You can influence women, but you can't change women. You understand what I'm saying?
Or control them.
Right, or control them. So you can influence women and manage the situation so that you can benefit from it. But you got to understand how women are. Just, in general, women are going to be certain ways. You're going to see certain things that women do. If you have a girlfriend, you got girls you're dating, whatever, you're going to be in situations where you're going to you're going to see things and you're going to experience things, but based off of your perception and perspective of what's going on, it's going to dictate how you're gonna, respond and react in those situations. So what's funny is that the other day I was saying to myself, man, I was saying, damn, women, it's inevitable that women are gonna disappoint. Right? That's what I said to myself. But then I said, wait a second. How can I be disappointed unless I was saying that the only reason actually I would be disappointed is if I haven't accepted the fact that women are going to be how they are. You understand? If I accept the fact women are how they are, I can never be disappointed. Because I know. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know this already. So the disappointment happens when you have a certain expectation on shit that you thought was going to be a certain way, and then it's not. This is where all the red pill rage comes from. You had an expectation of what you thought or how you thought women were, and then when your expectations wasn't met, now you get angry. But if you understood how shit is, you'll be able to say, listen, I know how women are, but I also know I influence women. You see what I'm saying? And so if I'm in a situation where a woman's coachable and I can influence her in order to be the type of woman I need her to be for the time being when she's with me, then I have no problems, right? I don't got to deal with all that. But if I'm ignorant to how women are and I have no game in order to influence women, that's where all the problems are going to happen. And then because I don't understand my own value and I don't understand that I am in control of my situations, then when shit gets out of hand, I'm going to blame her because I think that it's actually her in the control, seat of the situation. I think that it's her that's orchestrating the shit. I'm giving her the power. And then so when you give her the power and you keep giving her the power, you're always going to be frustrated because she doesn't even want the power. She doesn't want the fucking leadership. You understand? They'll turn that right back around on you. Listen, women don't even know how to spell accountability. You know what I'm saying? They don't. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So understand that you have to create situations for where you're teaching and coaching a woman on accountability when it comes to dealing with you. You see what I'm saying? And if the thing is this, once that happens, then she'll understand accountability, because if you set up a dynamic where she sees the value in you and wants to be with you, she'll understand accountability real quick if she has the fear of losing you, because that means that she has to be accountable to keep you. You know what I'm saying? That's how you make the accountability real for her. See, the reason why women don't take accountability is because the men they're dealing with haven't created a dynamic to where the women need to be accountable in the situation, and they have something to strive to be accountable for, which is that man. But the thing is, if they don't respect that man and that man isn't leading, what the fuck does she need to be accountable for? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
There's no goal, or there's no prize, there's no incentive to be accountable. So of course she's gonna, fucking curse you out, have an attitude, treat you a certain way, play you, do all this other stuff, because there's no reason for her not to. Why should she? What's that fucking Drake song where he was like, be nice for what to these niggas? You understand what I'm saying? Every time I heard that line, I was like, really?
Oh yeah, nice to these niggas for what?
Yeah, exactly. And that's how women think. I guarantee you Drake didn't write that line. It was some ghostwriting chick or somebody that knew that chicks would gravitate to that line. Nice for what to these niggas? For what? Fuck these niggas. These niggas is weak. You understand what I'm saying? Fuck these weak ass niggas. That's what they're thinking. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why there's no accountability, because what happens is that they're looking at these men and the men are being on some weak shit. And they're like, why the fuck I need to be accountable to these niggas? What for what? I don't respect these guys. Nice. These guys ain't got nothing for me. These guys ain't doing nothing to improve my life. These guys ain't showing me the way. They're not leading me. You understand what I'm saying? So why the fuck I gotta respect these niggas? Fuck these niggas. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's where you get all of this shit where chicks are playing games and they do a bunch of crazy shit, and then you're the recipient of that.
Right.
And then you want to become MGTOW, you want to talk about Redpill rage and all this other stuff, because you didn't realize, again, that you were at the center of all of the shit that's happening around you when it comes to these women. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. But let's take a call real quick. Let's go to 701. 701, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, this is Adam, just calling in, and I wanted to say thank you. I caught you on the RT appraisal, I think the show's called.
Oh, yeah. What's popping, bro?
Yeah, so not this week's show, but last week's show when Miles was talking about.
Oh, wait, hold on. Did you donate?
Yes.
All right, that's what's up. We gotta make the kids happy. But go ahead, what's good?
Yeah, so when Miles was saying when you go in for your raise and all that, and I know this is off topic, but go in there with your plan and everything. And so I approached my boss on all that, and it worked out. And I'm making a lot more money now this week than I was last week and the week before that. So to Miles, thank you. Just keep it real quick.
That's what's up.
You're welcome, bro.
That's what's up. See.
By the way, go check out. We got a show called, what's it called? The Money Game, I guess we call it.
Exactly.
On the Locario Motivation channel. Locario Motivation. Go subscribe.
Yes, go to YouTube, go to the Locario Motivation and subscribe to that motherfucker. But yeah, man, we appreciate the call, caller. Real talk. All right.
Thank you. All
right, man. Appreciate it. All right, so let's go to 646. 646. What's popping? Who this?
What's up, Mr. Locario?
What up? What's going on? Who this?
Yeah, man. I called the other day in regards to a little scuffle I had at a boat party when you had a live with Mr. Steve the Dean.
All right. So wait, hold on. Did you donate?
Yeah, I donated $5.
Yes, sir. All right. So you was the caller that called and said that your girl had some dude playing, like flirting with her or some shit, and then you started going at her or something like that. Was that the same guy?
Nah, like some nigga touched her head, and I felt some type of way about it.
Right. Okay. So what's good with you now, though?
Curious, real quick, because you said the girl will lose respect for me if I react a certain type of way to certain things.
Right.
So I'm just curious on how I could like redeem myself or like be a better leader in regards to bitches in general, in regards to this bitch or just bitches in the future, or just being a better leader in general.
Right. I mean, well, right now, you could start right now. Just, you know what I'm saying? Meaning all it is this, bro. Whenever a woman does something and it pisses you off or you feel a certain type of way about it, right? Take a second to think about it and don't react. Like, you ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to do nothing. Right now, there's certain times where you need to say something, do something in the moment because it's at that moment and she probably did something crazy. But if you need to say something or do something, it should be calm. You understand what I'm saying? And so you don't want to ever come off where you're letting your emotions get the best of you to where you're yelling, screaming, cursing her out, going crazy. Because what happens is that she's seeing that what she does can affect you to the point where she can sort of get you in that state. You understand what I'm saying? And see, the thing is this.
Yeah.
You don't want to ever have a woman see you that, or let's just say it like this. You don't want to ever have a woman feel as if she can sort of control how you're going to react. Like a woman should never really know what your reaction is necessarily going to be. And the thing is that if you're calm and cool and collected, right? A lot of times what will happen is that she'll get the message and see that her response and her reaction to you or her responses to you aren't really affecting you. And on top of that, when she sees that cool, calm, and collected energy, she respects you more as a man, which in turn makes her listen to you more, makes her be more influenced by you. See, because what happens is that when you're cool, calm, and collected, you're being the opposite of her. You see what I'm saying? She's the one that goes crazy, gets all upset, gets emotional, gets all out of whack and all this other stuff. You have to be the opposite of that. You're the balance of that where you're more cool, calm, and collected. So it just takes practice. And sometimes, like I said, sometimes you could stop, think, and then react after you thought about it. Because in your mind, you're like, man, this fucking bitch just did this fucking, you understand what I'm saying? But you don't want to respond to her that way. You want to respond to her and just let her know, hey, listen, you see that thing you did over there? That wasn't cool. We're not going to do that no more. You understand? And that's it. Real simple, real easy like that. You see what I'm saying? And so once you have that sort of energy, she recognizes and realizes, okay, damn, I got a dude. He checked me. He was respectful with it. He's not going all crazy and all whatever. And so she can respect that whole process. When you start going crazy and acting all crazy, she's going to start responding to that. And now it's almost like y'all are on the same level. You see what I'm saying? And you can't lead her if you're at the same level as her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's really what it is. You see what I mean?
All right, just checking, bro. I appreciate the game, man.
All right, man. I'm a holler, bro. Peace.
All right, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Now that's some important shit, guys. You got to understand something, man. Is that you can't be going out here reacting crazy to the shit your girl be doing and saying and make it, because I'm telling you, when you do that, it may not even be conscious, but what happens is that she feels super powerful over you. And also at the same time, simultaneously, she loses respect for you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So your reactions can never be a response to how a woman, you understand, is coming at you, meaning that your reactions can't be emotional like hers.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Your reaction has to be to the issue at hand, not to her.
Right, exactly. Like, for example, let's say your girl's mad at you with some shit and she come out her face, saying some crazy, wild, fucked up shit. She's like, well, fuck you. That's why you a bitch ass nigga and you got a little dick and blah, blah, blah. Right? So now in your gut, you're like, this fucking hoe just, you understand? But you can't go and yell it. You gotta listen, hold on. Sit down for a second. Listen, we're not going to be doing none of this back and forth. You calling me this and calling me that. That stops now. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Like, you just like because what you're saying is the shit you're doing, I'm not coming down. I'm not coming to that level. We're not doing that. I got to bring you up to this shit. You understand what I'm saying? And understand that women that I fuck with don't do that type of shit. And if you do that again, you can't fuck with me, period. You understand what I'm saying? And so now she's going to be like, God damn. Like, you understand? Like it's crazy. So you gotta really be on that shit where you let them know, like, listen, this is not going down with me. Right. Like, I'm not that type of dude. So if you want to be with a dude like me, you can't do that shit no more. And if you do it again, it's a fucking wrap. You understand? And you gotta mean that shit too. And see, this is the crazy part about it. This is how fucking crazy the game is. This is almost how. It's like, this is how raw the game is, right? And it's almost sad too, right? Sometimes you're going to have to let a chick go that you probably don't necessarily in your heart want to let her go, but you have to let her go.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
It's gonna, that shit is going to hurt because listen, I'm telling you. Because what's going to happen is this. You're going to tell that chick, listen, don't you ever come out your mouth again talking that shit. And guess what she's going to do?
She's going
to come out her fucking mouth again. And then you're going to have to terminate the fucking relationship. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. If she come out her mouth again and you take her back or you keep fucking with her, it's already done. The respect is lost. Why? Because you done told her she can't do that again or she gone.
Right.
So you have no choice but to get rid of her. You understand what I'm saying? You have no choice. And then you say to yourself, damn, I'm gonna have to get rid of this woman. And it's like, I kind of liked her too, but she fucked it up. Because she put me in a position to have to let her go. See, that's the thing. And this is the thing. And this is why you gotta be standing on your square from the jump when you fuck with a woman. Because the thing that makes her not fuck around is how much she believes you. You understand what I'm saying? And if you're the type that makes empty threats, or you're the type of guy that's wishy-washy, you're the type of guy that's inconsistent, and it's not even a threat, it's like, look, this is what it is. But if you're the type of guy that's inconsistent all over the place, when you say that type of shit, she may not believe you, which is why she does it again. But what happens is that if you're the guy who's on point, if you're a guy who does what he says and says what he does, you understand? You're the type of guy who's really about what he's about. When you say that shit, she will believe you, and she's like, oh shit, he'll fucking get rid of me. You understand? And then she'll check herself before she does that shit again. But again, if she's on some shit, she does it, it's a wrap. You got to let her go. And it's sad too, because you might have actually liked this girl, you like certain things about her, but the fact that she did that, what she did is that she basically forced your hand. You understand? So she dismissed herself, essentially. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's on her, really. Like, she fucked up her situation by doing that type of shit. Because since she did it, she got to go. But if you was to take her back, she can't respect you anyway, and she gonna leave anyway. So it's either way, she's gone. You understand what I'm saying? Right. It's crazy shit, man. That shit is sad. It's like, god damn. But let's go to 201 real quick. 201, what's going on? Who's this?
Salute, Locario and Miles. This is Tamir in the chat. I donated on the Cash App.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
What up, bro?
Appreciate it. What's going on?
What's good, y'all? Yo, I want to give props to the game too. I got from you guys the inspiration, because I recently got a promotion too, and I attribute that to the fucking confidence in the game that I've been gaining this year so far. You know,
that's what's
so. Thanks again for that. I always gotta say fucking thanks to you guys, because yeah, I learned a lot this year. But my question is, you say not to listen to instructions or what a woman's gonna fucking tell you, and I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Right.
But what if the suggestion is something that would be something you're going along with, or something that you really like? So here's my fucking thing. I got two women that I've been dealing with on a consistent basis, and they starting to throw shit at me about what they want to do. It's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna hang out this week, and in the summer I want to hit the beach at least once a week. You know, and most the women know that, really. So the girl hit me up earlier in the week, and she's like, "Hey, Tamir, I want to go to the beach Saturday." And I was, I already wanted to go to the beach Saturday, and if a girl wants to come, fuck yeah, you know, I'm down to bring her with me.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck, I don't want to follow along with her plans, and also her birthday is today and shit, so she wants to go out and eat. So I was like, yo, you come by later on, we'll get some fucking dessert. I'll give you dessert for your birthday then, because I like to leave early for the beach, so we're going to be chilling tonight, leave early tomorrow. But it's like, you know what I mean? Because she kind of suggested it, so it's kind of like I'm following her plan. So I'm like, what would you do in that situation?
Well, and how long you know this girl for?
Not even 2 months.
Okay, yeah, so that's new. So this is the thing. Have y'all, like, you hit it already?
Yeah, man. Multiple times.
Okay, and so y'all already went out to different spots and shit, right? They already did other things before, right? And you planned
She bought me dinner a bunch of times, all this shit, and then a couple times she wanted me, because she lives in the city, I live in Jersey, and she wanted me to come to the city and like hang out, and I was like, nah, I'm not down for that. You can come by my crib tonight though, and she did that. You know what I mean? So it's like she does follow my instructions and listen.
Right. So the other dates and stuff, and the other things and stuff, you planned it and all that shit, right?
Yeah. Every other day I planned basically, and the time she bought me dinner, I was like, hey, I want to eat here, because she's like, hey, come see me in the city. I said, all right, buy me dinner. I picked the spot, and she paid and all that. So, you know, it's been good.
Right. Because usually what happens is when you first fucking with a girl, you know, and she's trying to suggest shit and tell you what to do. You understand? That's definitely when you're like, nah, we're gonna do this instead. Like, you don't listen to what she's telling you to do. In this situation, I've been fucking around, they've been seeing each other for 2 months. You still, in general, don't want to just be doing shit the chick want to do, but if it aligns with something that you want to do, what I usually like to do is this. If the chick says, hey, I want to do something, and I already like either had the idea or that sounds like something I want to do anyway. I'll still do it. I'll just do it a different way. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning I'll be like, all right, well, listen, we'll think about the beach. We might be able to go at 7, or we might be able to go at 2 instead of noon or some shit. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say she was like, oh, let's go to the beach at noon and blah, blah, blah. All right, well, listen, let me think about this. You know what? Matter of fact, we could go to the beach, but we're going to do fucking noon, and we're going to do 2 instead of noon. You understand what I'm saying? And so you just always want to get her in the idea of following the shit you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? In general. You see what I mean? Because the thing is this. It's not necessarily about one time, because there's certain times where, you're not going to be thinking about it or remembering it, but this is why you want to get in the habit of doing it, because you want it to be second nature, to where you're not even really thinking about the fact that you're doing this. It's just part of what you do. And then it's getting you in the cycle of you lead her following. You understand what I'm saying? That's the type of shit you want to get into. You understand? So it's not necessarily just about any particular situation. It's about situations in general. You see what I'm saying? So that you get used to being the guy that's leading. So let's say you stop fucking with this girl, right? You want to, for the next girl, you want to continue to have that energy where you're leading, she's following. You understand what I'm saying? And then what's going to happen is sometimes when you get into that mindset, it actually sticks out like a sore thumb when the girl is telling you what to do. You understand what I'm saying? And then you kind of get this feeling in your gut, like, is this chick telling me to do this shit? You understand what I'm saying? And then you're like, no, listen, this is what we're going to do this other thing. You understand? Or whatever, or flip it around, or I'll do that later at this point. You understand?
That's how I felt, man. It's like, damn, I want to go to the beach. Why'd you have to say something? Just wait for me to text you, bitch. Like,
no, but still do the thing that you want to do. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just always redirect shit to where, or you can add shit, be like, well, listen, okay, we're going to go to the beach, but I need you to do this, and that.
Right. Add shit. Yeah. But caller, what I want to say to you as well is another thing you can do is you can kind of creatively reward her train of thought. And what I mean by that is you, like, when if she does stuff like that, here's what you say. You say some shit to her like, this is why I fuck with you, because you already know what I like. Keep that up.
Exactly. On some what's that song? Bruno Mars shit. Lucky.
You understand what I'm saying? Because she suggested it. It's something you wanted to do anyway, and then so you kind of let her know. I like that. I like how you kind of read my mind. Exactly. So she brought it up, but you're letting her know that that's already what I was gonna do, and I think it's dope that you're following along with my train of thought, because you're getting to know me. You understand what I'm saying? So
to my shit.
Right. So even though, it's at the end of the day, if she totally understands what you're saying, and if you put it down correctly, she'll realize that she was still following your plan anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you say that to her to kind of like reward her, like how did you do that? And she's gonna be like, do what? How did you know I wanted to go to the beach at 12? You understand what I'm saying? And then it's like, you know what? That's why I fucked with you, because you know exactly what daddy wants. And then she'll get that feeling in her gut, like, oh shit, I'm because it's kind of like, after you spend a certain amount of time with a chick, if you're running your game correctly, right? What begins to happen is that you begin to influence her mindset. You begin to influence her train of thought. So sometimes that will happen where she'll suggest something, and unbeknownst to her, she's actually suggesting it because she knows that it's something that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that this particular situation is that, but what I'm saying is, that's how it ends up happening in the long run, especially when you're in tune with your identity and you know how to properly express it to the chicks that you fucking with. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So, but when that happens, when she jumps the gun and she says the plan before you say the plan, that's the type of shit you say to her. You kind of like reward her and say, hey, like, that's why I fucks with you, because you know exactly what I want, because I was already going go to the beach on Sunday at 12 or whatever it was. You understand what I'm saying?
I like that shit. That's smooth. That shit is smooth.
That's some good game. That's some good game.
That shit is smooth right there. I gotta get a hand clap for that. That shit is smooth. Now that's some real shit because again, you got to understand is that it's important for the woman to know that she's following your lead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the thing that the part that sucks is that when a chick feels like, oh, well, that was me. That was because I said it and he's doing what I, you know what I mean? Then she start acting all funny. You're like, why does chick be acting all funny towards me? And it's because you know what I'm saying? You kept it in a situation where you were following everything she's trying to say and do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I love that shit. I love it. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, I just don't want to be too rigid. You know what I'm saying? Because like the second girl I was talking about, I known her less time. I've seen her 3 times, smashed 3 times, and it's always been good. But every fucking time, she got a suggestion. Hey, we should go here. We should do this. And every time I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. Let's do this. I don't want to do that. Come over. And every fucking time she listened to me, so I'm still fucking with her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, that's what I'm saying.
But I don't want to be like super rigid. Like, no, I'm never ever gonna fucking do anything you say. But I mean, like, I only knew you a month, so get on my program.
Right, and the thing is it's more so just understanding the principle of it. You see what I'm saying? Because like what Miles is saying, and which is I think is great, is that you're using the situation to still reiterate that it's still about what you were trying to do in the first place anyway, because that's what you wanted to do. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing, because if you already wanted to do it, you're still doing it, but she needs to know that you're doing it because that's what you wanted to do, and not that you're doing it because she's telling you to do it. It's a perception thing. And see, your situations with women are going to be better based off of the perception of what's actually happening. You still want it to be congruent and real because that is congruent and real to you because that's actually what you wanted to do. You see what I'm saying? But you're still framing it in the context of her understanding that she's doing it also based off of the fact that this is what you wanted to do. You understand? Instead of you just following her. Because what happens is that, see, what a lot of women do is women, when they get with you, they're starting beta male training. You understand what I'm saying? You see what I mean? Like it's facts. They're starting to train you to be the beta male guy in the relation, in a relationship with her. They're training you to listen to what they're saying, doing all the stuff they want you to do. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why you have to you got to be on top of this shit to make sure that it doesn't turn into that, because what can happen is that it'll turn into it to where you don't even really notice. You understand what I'm saying? You don't even notice that this is happening. You see what I mean? So it's crazy. You got to be very aware.
If you're not on top of your shit, the woman's going to be looking to fucking do whatever. She's going to keep doing her thing.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you got to be careful with that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right.
Word. Thanks, guys. Yo, have a good weekend, man. Happy Father's Day and all that. I know you ain't got no kids.
I know.
That's good shit.
Now I got some kids on YouTube.
You know what I'm saying? Have a good weekend.
All right, man.
I appreciate you, man. Right. We got a lot of young whippersnappers on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we got mad sons on YouTube. We should be getting a bunch of Father's Day cards.
Facts.
Shit.
Yo.
Real talk. We'll go to 240, then we're gonna head up out of here. 240 was popping. Who this?
This is Matthew C. Horn, dating Matt from the DMV. What's happening?
What up, my brother?
Yeah, bro.
Did you donate?
I sure did. I'm on the PayPal.
That's what's up. What's up? So what's good? What's going on?
Ain't nothing much, man. I'm enjoying the show, man. First of all, shout out to you and Miles, man. You know, but it was one topic in particular where the one caller was talking about how sometimes men are skeptical of women if the women sleep with them fast,
right.
So I had an experience last night. I was with this girl last night, and we actually had sex like 48 hours after we met. That's what she was kind of harping on.
Right.
And, we were sitting there chilling, and then she was more or less saying that a lot of guys will. Well, in her experiences, when she had sex fast with a guy, then the guy actually didn't see anything beyond a sexual possibility for her, in terms of not having a relationship and all this kind of thing. But she would just say, maybe every once in a while, a guy would say, damn, you're kind of cool after they've been having sex for a while and see her for more than sex. And so she asked me, like, could I take a woman seriously who had sex with me fast? And I said, yes, because, as a sexually attractive man, I explained to her that you touch women in a place that many men don't touch her in as soon as you meet her. So I call a woman having sex with me, I can't call her a whore. I'm saying that this is her involuntary response to the man that's in front of her.
That's facts.
And then, and that's what I was saying. I know a lot of these women don't necessarily move that way with a lot of men or every man that they're, attracted to. But when you're a sexually desirable man, you just elicit a different response. But I also told her that the only man that gets skeptical is the man that knows that he is not a desirable man. And he's looking at the woman like, well, why is she doing this with me?
Exactly.
That's a skeptical man. But the man that knows he's a sexually desirable man, that's just the automatic response. Matter of fact, that's a woman showing her that she respects the gravity of the man that's in front of her. Her willingness to have sex with him as soon as she meets him.
Facts. That's some real shit. That's some real shit you just said. Because again, that's why a lot of dudes be on this shit like, oh, well, she has sex quick, then this and this and that. And again, they're not looking at it in the sense of, yo, she should be wanting to have sex with me this quick. Like, she should be like, oh, I can't resist this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why dudes be, you understand what I'm saying, be acting like, oh, there's something wrong with her if she has sex quickly and she should be waiting. And if she doesn't have sex, if she has sex and she's a slut. And it's like, it says a lot about the guy. It says a lot about how he views himself. You see what I mean? Because I'm like, if I'm this top-notch, awesome, on-point dude, you want to be fucking me right now.
Exactly. And it's also two things. One thing is that he's focused on the girl. You understand? Because he's looking at her decision-making process and judging the situation.
Right.
And number two, he also, even if he's focusing on himself, he's considering himself of low value.
Right.
Because why would she not want to fuck you quickly?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're a desirable dude, you wash your ass, you fly, you dress nice, and you're a good guy, why should she not want to fuck you?
Exactly.
You understand? So the only time you have an issue with that is if you focused on a girl or if you consider yourself low value.
Right.
You understand? Guys who know that they have high value, when a chick want to fuck them right away, it's like, nigga, that's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's facts.
Yeah, I feel that, and I was trying to explain to this girl. I was just like, that involuntary response that the sexually attractive man elicits from the woman. That's like, it's such a normal experience. I was just explaining to her, being out in DC, even up to the point of when DC just really opened up a couple of weeks ago. I'm walking down the street. This girl is, in a group, maybe with some guys or whatever. I'm on like, U Street or whatever. And this girl,
oh my God,
on my chest and just keeps walking. But I'm like, that's normal. And so you can't judge a woman when you elicit that response from her when you hit her in that special place. But the other thing that I really was liking what you all were talking about was that red pill. Now, I've kind of come to a conclusion about the red pill, and I think the frustration comes from men understanding that women have allowed them to remain in their space, and they were rejecting them the entire time.
Right.
And that's what I've been seeing. That's where that red pill rage comes from, that women have been rejecting them and disrespecting them, and they didn't even have an awareness of it.
Right.
But one conclusion I came to is that the man cannot, a sexually desirable man actually celebrates rejection. A man who is not desirable, he actually he feels the brunt of rejection, and he lashes out at women and has the rage and all that kind of stuff. But the sexually desirable man, when he's rejected, it's okay, because like you say, Mr. Locario, looks are subjective, but that sexually desirable man, not every woman finds him desirable, but enough women find him desirable. So when you constantly have an influx of women who are feeling you, who are giving you that sexual energy, who are, doing those things, then, rejection is like, oh, where's the sting? Like it's nothing. You just pivot and go to the next one. But but yeah, I mean, I just really believe that being a sexually desirable man, it's just an answer to so many of the different, L's of these men when they talk about red pill and all that kind of stuff, man. But that's all I really had on. I enjoy you all, enjoy the show, all that good stuff, man.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate the call, bro. Be safe, be safe. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Nah, that's some real shit, man. I love. See, again, it's the perspective, people. Y'all gotta understand, man. It's the perspective. It's like the shoe story where we talked about before, where you got the two shoe salesmen. They go to a country and nobody's wearing shoes, and one salesman is like, "Man, I ain't gonna be able to make no money. Nobody wears shoes here." And the other salesman is like, "Yo, I'm gonna make a killing because nobody wears shoes here." You see what I'm saying? Same situation, two different perspectives.
Right.
And so a lot of dudes, they're on some, oh well, the woman, she wanted to have sex with me, she must be a hoe. She must do that to every other guy. Your perspective is you're low value because you're like every other guy. You understand? Versus the other guy's like, yo, this chick wants to fuck me because I'm that nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, again, they don't, and again, it's like people don't realize how much shit they're saying when they say a certain thing. Because if you say, oh, well, she's, you know what I mean? She's fucking me too quick. She must do that to every other guy. You're also saying that I'm the type of guy that women don't want to fuck quickly. You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy. And this is just weird. Like, how is this happening? There must be something wrong with her if she wants to have sex with me right now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. I'm just like, man, like people got to understand what they're doing and what they're saying and the things that go into your mindset based off of the shit you're saying.
Right. And it can be difficult because that's the problem with focusing on the female.
Right.
Because when you focus on the female or when you focus on everybody else and then you express and say things, you don't realize, because you're focused on everything else, you don't realize what it's saying about you.
Right.
And this is why, since I said what I said it, well, how many months ago I said it, that your language exposes you.
Right, exactly.
And how many examples have we seen since then? Why? Because most of these guys that call in or put comments or whatever, I mean, not you guys, everybody in the chat is, I'm cool with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But every once in a while you get a guy asking a question, and you just read the question and it's like,
right.
I could already tell that you're focused on the female. And I could already tell that you don't believe in your own value. It's so many things I could tell about where your focus and where your perspective is based on your language.
Exactly.
And when you're focused on the female, you're like, oh, these chicks are slut. They out here with mad body counts and they giving it up and I was fucking this chick last night and as soon as I met her, she wanted to fuck me and she must be a slut.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So the fact that she fucked you, you're worried about what it says about her, but what does it say about you though? And if you don't recognize what it says about you, then you're not recognizing your own value.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's facts. See, that's facts, man. But guys, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. You know what I'm saying? We got 332 people watching right now.
We gotta show that green band trailer.
Exactly. We're gonna show you guys the clean trailer as we are heading out of here. You feel what I'm saying? But appreciate y'all tuning in. We will see you guys actually on Sunday for the Real Game No Theory show. You feel what I'm saying? And then we will holler at y'all later. And
Monday at 6 Eastern time.
6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone. We out. When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're going to have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.